Welcome back to the bottom shelf for another Budget Brawl. I'm Josh.
I'm Keith.
And I'm Eric.
All right, Joyce, who are our contenders today?
We have 4 competitors in today's Budget Brawl. In the first corner, coming in at $13 and weighing in at 90 proof, Ezra Brooks. In the next corner, coming in at $13 and weighing in at 80 proof, Black Eagle Bourbon. In the next corner, coming in at $15, weighing in at 80 proof, Concierge Bourbon Whiskey. And finally, in the last corner, coming in at $13, Very Old Barton 80 proof. The winner of this brawl will be named the reigning champion of Budget Bourbon and will face off against future challengers for this title. Let's brawl.
All right, thanks, Joyce. We have all our whiskeys poured. Let's dive in. We're gonna go A through D, go back through then D through A, and then we'll give our final results. This is your pencil.
That's my pencil keep disappearing.
What's that say?
Bourbon. These are bourbon, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Bourbon. It smells like bourbon.
A
So.
little bit of brown sugar.
Yes.
There's the cherries up front, but there's like some brown sugar, a little bit of vanilla.
Heavier on the brown sugar more than anything.
Yeah, I'm getting more brown sugar.
Light cinnamon.
Sweet on the tongue. Spices across the palate.
Yeah.
And a woody finish. Oh, I like that finish too. I'm still getting it.
It was long. It was a long finish.
Cleanse my palate. Go on to you.
Oh. Whoa. That's funky.
Funky good or funky
I
bad?
don't know.
Funky chicken.
A little bit of banana. Like a banana funk. Vanilla.
Are you crazy? Vanilla, sure. Banana?
Banana is absolutely a flavor note that you get in bourbon.
Where are you buying your bourbons?
We aren't drinking Old Forester, but I know Old Forester is known for having a banana note.
I can kind of see it.
Yeah. Like thinking about a banana and drinking it, I
Like
get
a-
banana. But
Like an old banana, like not like a.
like a very brown banana.
Yeah, very-
banana bread.
Yeah. Banana bread.
Maybe
Old
that's
banana.
it. Banana bread.
I know some people do put bourbon in their banana bread.
I mean, that just makes sense.
Put
Is
bourbon in it.
Is it
Put
a,
bourbon in it.
Is it a dessert? Put bourbon in it.
Is it not a dessert?
Put bourbon,
Put bourbon
in
in
it.
it.
I like the nose on that one. I did not take care of that.
Oh, I like the palate far more than the nose on that one.
I thought it was lackluster.
I do have a chocolate walnut bourbon biscotti recipe that I make every once in a while.
That sounds good.
All right. Class C.
Oh.
Oh.
I'm not really getting much on the nose on that one.
I'm not getting much, but what I am getting, I really enjoy.
Yeah,
It's not robust.
the first sniff, I got a ton, and then it was just like, there's not a whole lot here anymore.
It's vanilla.
It's vanilla, it's brown sugar,
Pretty
it's
much.
nutty notes.
Typical. Hey, I'm a bourbon.
Yeah, but I haven't gotten cherry almost any of these. I think I only got a little bit on the. I got cherry on the A.
I got a little bit on the A. I got banana on B.
This is like vanilla sugars, maybe like almost like a vanilla cake.
Now, I want to say I'm definitely getting floral.
Is it spicy on the mouth? Oaky. Left my mouth really dry.
Medium long finish.
Medium.
Yeah, I lean more towards medium. I can get medium long.
What back to those afterwards? I'm getting like nothing anymore.
Oh yeah.
It's just empty.
I mean, there's still something there. It's just, it's so light.
I'm not getting anything. All right, bourbon D. this, I mean, more like it's banana bread, but more bread.
Yeah.
Yes.
The other one's like banana bread, more banana. This is banana bread, more bread.
I'm a sweetie.
I'm finding D to be a little lackluster too.
Yeah. Yeah, D does seem a little lackluster. I'm gonna give it some time now.
Yep.
And then we'll go back through.
Yeah, so we'll take a break to reset our palettes before going back through. But in the meantime, if you like what we're doing, please hit the like button down below, hit subscribe, ring that bell, and leave us a comment. Appreciate to hear from you, and if you want to support us even further, check out our Facebook pages, our Instagram feed, and our Patreon as well down below.
An order from Grizzly.
Grizzly.
I thought I said Grizzly.
I heard Grizzly.
Oh.
There is a bear on it, so that makes sense. All right, and we're back. Let's go ahead and jump through and go D through A now. Oh, I'm getting like almost like an apple or pear.
Yeah.
I'm getting like a hot cinnamon. I'm definitely getting pear on the palate.
See, now I'm getting that spice. I'm getting like this I'm getting a cologne taste.
Mm-hmm.
We compared one to cologne. I don't know if it was one of these.
It was not. It was Canadian Club.
Oh yes, that's what it was.
You said Canadian Club had a cologne note.
A cologne. What to wear outdoors.
One of our commenters said it's a cologne that you wear after being at the club.
Not before.
Yeah.
Not before. After. All right, bourbon C. Sweeter.
Yes.
Definitely sweeter.
A little more syrupy.
Still getting that floral note.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fine.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have anything to say about it.
Yeah.
It was a little bit syrupy.
I have nothing really to add.
Brown sugars. Yeah.
Although I'm getting brown sugar throughout.
Yeah. I mean, that
It's
one's
the levels of which the brown sugar are hitting.
bourbon B. Okay. That nose is different.
Yes.
Some sort of berry, but not like raspberries and all that, but like a...
See, I'm not getting berry. I'm getting like a very clean smell.
Clean. Perfumey.
Rose hip?
Maybe. Yes. Yeah, I'm getting rose.
I know.
Oh yeah, that's for sure rose.
And I'm
Yeah.
tasting it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's...
Caramely.
No, I'm going rose hip on that.
Yeah.
Like a caramely rose.
Which is weird to say.
Yeah.
That was not what I expect from bourbon, but it was elegant. It was...
Makes it refined.
Yeah. All right, bourbon A.
Maybe even a little pompous.
Oh, oak.
Yes.
Like a different, not like a normal tanning oak. It's just like slight,
And that
Like a slight oak.
banana that you got on it earlier, I'm really picking that up now.
was it this one?
Almost like
I'm
a,
getting it even less now.
almost like a banana's Foster. Banana, a little bit of brandy, much sweeter this time around.
I'm getting a lot of tannin. The oak is there, but not in the way that I'm used to being oak. It's like it's more woody
Yeah.
or something.
More tanniny, woody.
Honestly, I think that actually reminded me a little bit of maybe it's because Joyce mentioned waffles a little bit to us earlier before we started this, but I got like a little bit of a grainy waffle, maybe like a buckwheat pancake. I'm on buckwheat pancake, or maybe if you're familiar with McVitie's digestives, the graininess of the digestive cookie. So not the chocolate ones, but just the biscuits.
I don't know. I think I'm getting more of the buckwheat out of B than A. But it's
Right.
there.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and do our own things for a little bit, try to figure out which ones we're putting in what order. We'll be back in a few seconds for you, a couple minutes for us. Stay tuned for results. All right, we're back with results. Yeah, let's do, what do you guys have in last place?
I have D in last place.
I also have D in last place.
I have C in last place.
Where'd you get D?
I have D in third.
Okay. I have C in third.
I have C in third.
All right, so we agreed, like,
We are agreed that those are the bottom
those two are the
of
What
the flight.
What flipped it for me from you two, I don't know if you guys picked up on this, but on D, I got a very sharp roasted pecan flavor at the finish that just kind of edged it over C for me.
For me, I thought the palate and the nose of C was just slightly better than D. And so I went with C instead.
Yeah.
Unless the finish is exceptional, D does not have a heavy weight for me in my rating.
I do think this is a closer.
Yeah.
I mean, across the board, it's closer.
Yeah.
But these two are very close. I could easily flip-flop, depending on the day.
Yeah, and like I said, it was just that one little thing that put D over the top for me.
All right, so our last place, your third place, Bourbon D is Black Eagle. So that is the non-Kentucky bourbon that we had reviewed a while back. So your last place, Bourbon C, our third place, Bourbon C was Concierge. That was the $8 1 liter bottle that we had purchased. 99% corn, 1% malted barley, mash bill. I think it was 24 months old. So that doesn't surprise me a whole lot. That was lower. The Bourbon D Black Eagle was a $15 bottle, usually from Total Wine, I believe.
Weird though, we gave Concierge a lot of respect when we reviewed it.
Yeah, I still think I still give it respect for being it's an $8. Well, retail price is like $15 for a 1 liter bottle though, and it's meant to be a mixer, so we can't judge it too much when it's meant to be a mixer. But nevertheless, a lot of our things that we've done reviews of have been meant for mixing, and we still like them as is. All right, so let's talk about our first place. I had B.
I also have B.
I have B.
All right, so unilaterally, Bourbon B, number 1, first place. Very Old Barton.
That checks out.
Which makes our second place Ezra Brooks. Since Very Old Barton is a limited distribution in Kentucky and some Kentucky around areas, it's not a heavily distributed bottle. Very Old Barton and Ezra Brooks will both move on to the next round. Whenever we do our next round of bourbon battle. So, for those people are right here. This is our winner.
Thankfully, I already have that one at home on my shelf.
So let's talk about Ezra Brooks real quick. So I'll talk about this one first. The note that keeps getting me on Very Old Barton, and the reason why I thought this was Very Old Barton, was the cherry sugar fun dip note.
Yeah.
I had that. I tasted that when I was doing this. I was like, oh, I've only ever tasted that Very Old Barton. That's got to be Very Old Barton.
With me, it was the Rose Hill.
Rose Hill,
which we were discussing before the show, trying to remember.
I think you're right. I think it was Very Old Barton.
I said, I'm pretty sure it was the Barton. And you all were like, no. Well, guess what? It was the Barton.
I'm pretty sure we mentioned Rose Hip for a different whiskey too. And if I can find it, I'll link it here. If I don't find it, then it's not. Just saying this.
And if you just know that Keith was wrong, just tell us in the comments.
But don't tell my wife.
So, okay, I want to talk about Ezra Brooks, though. We did not like Ezra Brooks in our review.
Honestly, like, these were very challenging. I didn't really get much difference across the boards. It was subtle differences that put one over another.
I think part of what Ezra Brooks had that C&D didn't was the proof. So Ezra Brooks being the only 90 proof of amongst a bunch of 80s. So I think Ezra Brooks had that, and it had that spiciness that we kind of mentioned. We had mentioned minerality in our original review, like some like mineral notes, and saltiness was our big thing. But I think that this time through, putting it back to back against other bourbons, it came out more as like a nice, heavy spice note.
Right. Whereas when we reviewed it the first time, it was almost certainly not bookended by bourbons.
Right. Yeah.
Right. And also, I was looking at mouthfeel a little bit too. What is more enjoyable for me to drink and have in my mouth? And so that really put it over the edge over the final two. But yeah, I think it's. I mean, we were unanimous on the Barton.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, besides the last two, we agreed B, and then so Varial Barton, and then Ezra Brooks.
Yeah.
So
they were unanimous 1 and 2. So
yeah. Yep. So because, like I said, because limited availability on the Varial Barton, we are going to pass both of these on into the next round, and they'll be the co-leaders in our bourbon category for reigning champions. So we'll put those in a lineup against 2 others down the road as we come. And yeah, so look forward to that episode. If you like what we're doing, again, please hit the like button, hit subscribe, and
if you disagree with what we said or our rankings, let us know what you think.
Yeah, if you do this like yourself. Let us know what your personal favorites are in a blind flight of these, or if you just do one of them, if one turns out really well, let us know. Want to hear from you. I think all that being said, per usual,
I'm not sure how this is going to go. Be afraid. Be fair.
until next time, may the winds of fortune sail you.
May you sail a gentle sea.
May it always be the other guy who says,
This drink's on me.
nope. Nope.
Oh. I want my mommy.